I've always said I'll stay on this job as long as I can do it full steam. And that means at my age, 86, you have to take it year by year. So I know I'm okay. I was okay this last term. I expect to be okay next term. And then after that, we'll just have to see.
That was Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg just days before she started a 3-week course of radiation therapy for what's being described as a localized malignant tumor found on her pancreas. According to a statement from the Supreme Court, Justice Ginsburg has completed her treatment and tolerated it well. The statement says aside from canceling a trip to Santa Fe, she's maintained an active schedule and adds, quote, the tumor was treated definitively and there is no evidence of disease elsewhere in the body. Justice Ginsburg will continue to have periodic blood tests and scans. No further treatment is needed at this time. This is not Justice Ginsburg's first cancer scare, nor is it her second. Politico points out, quote, Ginsburg has survived multiple cancer diagnoses. She was treated for colorectal cancer in 1999 and an earlier bout of pancreatic cancer in 2009. Most recently, Ginsburg underwent surgery in December 2018 to remove cancerous nodules from her left lung, which were identified after she fell and fractured 3 ribs last November. With us for more, Josh Gerstein, senior legal affairs contributor for Politico, and Barbara Perry, professor and director of presidential studies at the University of Virginia. And important to this conversation, she is a former judicial fellow for the United States Supreme Court. Thanks to both of you for being with us. Josh, let me start with you. Obviously, the subject of Ruth Bader Ginsburg's health has been front and center for Supreme Court watchers for literally years now. This latest news that we are learning about publicly after the fact of this treatment, is this something that was, for folks like you who were closer to this, were there rumblings of this behind the scenes, or were you as blindsided by this as everybody else today?
I had not heard rumblings before today. I think there were some photographs that came out either earlier in the day or yesterday that showed her going to the hospital, and everybody knows because of her cancer history, she has to get more regular checkups than a lot of other people would. So it wasn't something we were aware of. But I have to say that those of us who cover the Supreme Court are always wary about these announcements. As you mentioned, Steve, to hear this announcement come out and say that she's been getting treatment for a recurrence of cancer and that she's been in it for 3 weeks, and we're learning about it at the very tail end and right after there are photographs of her going into the hospital, it has become a bit of a pattern with Justice Ginsburg that when these health scares take place, we don't get very prompt reports on them or very clear information. I remember one time when she collapsed at the court, or at least felt lightheaded, and had to be taken to the hospital. And then we were later told that this occurred while she was getting an intravenous iron infusion. And of course, the court had said nothing to us before that she was going down on a regular basis 1-2 times a week to get iron infusions in the court's physician's office. So it doesn't feel like we're always getting the full story when it comes to her health.
And Barbara, as we mentioned, the subject of Ginsburg's health has been there for a long time. And it just for the practical reality of the balance of power is so delicate when it comes to the Supreme Court. It is so dependent on who happens to be the president when any vacancy happens to occur. This question has been asked of Ruth Bader Ginsburg for years about potentially timing any exit, any retirement from the court. You've had a front and center view of her. What is your sense of how she thinks about that question?
Well, I think she thinks, first of all, as you had in the clip from her, that she loves this job. She's committed to it. She's committed to the court and to public service, and that she will continue to do it as long as she feels that she can do it full steam, as she says. And she's an amazing woman to be sort of a bird-like figure, but I say she has the strength of somebody 3 times her size. My sense is that if she was going to time her leaving of the court for political reasons and ideological reasons and partisan reasons, she obviously would have left during the presidency of Barack Obama. So I think she puts first and foremost the court, and I think her service on it. And as she said, if she can do the job, she's going to stay there.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.